Hey, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy. I'm not recording myself. Hey, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy. And today, we just came from watching the Batman film. You know, we're a little late to the party, but we still want to give our thoughts on it. So, Momo, how did you feel about the movie?
I loved it. The context, the action, all of it. The acting is good. I really enjoyed that it was not your traditional Batman movie. But yeah, it was well worth the 3 hours of sitting there.
Yeah, I also really liked it. Even during the slow parts, because there are a lot of slow parts, I really like those moments because they still had a lot of stuff going on.
They did.
So it never felt boring.
No. It wasn't. I did not fall asleep, and I have fallen asleep on lesser movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, that didn't fall asleep. You didn't have time because there was always something happening that you needed to keep your eyes on.
And that's probably why it was never boring because there was always something going on. So you always had to like focus, and it was always so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well worth it. Definitely something that you could watch again. Just not at the movie theater, but yeah, worth every minute.
I also like the action.
Yeah, the action was good. It again wasn't your typical Batman feature. He had help from Catwoman, like the introduction of her again, or the demonstration of the two of them working together. Beautifully done. It wasn't gory or blood splattering everywhere. It was just enough to show you that he meant, he was Batman style business, but at the same time, just enough for you to see what was happening, but not gory and not over the top.
Yeah, but even though it wasn't gory, it was still brutal.
Yeah,
it could be because of the theater we went to, but the sounds of the punches, they were so hard. Like, you knew that he was about to cause a concussion within one strike.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, it was complete fun.
Yeah.
Very fun movie.
When his fist connects, it's a wrap.
Right, definitely not something for a non-teenager. Like, I wouldn't take a 10-year-old necessarily to go see it.
Even though it's not like adult or anything, it is very brutal.
Yeah, it's a little brutal and has its dark moments. The one thing that was good is usually with the Batman movie, they're very dark in color and screen. And this one, though it had its dark moments, and it also had
dark visuals.
It wasn't so over the top dark where you couldn't see the actors' faces, or you couldn't see the action that was happening in the movie.
It was dark in the sense of its tone, but not. It wasn't grim or anything.
Not grim at all. Complete contrast.
Speaking of dark, this was a borderline horror movie at times.
At times, the other,
especially with Batman. Like, usually you would, while Batman is meant to be intimidating, you wouldn't expect him to be as scary as someone like Freddy Krueger or Jason.
Right.
This dude, especially the car scene with Penguin.
Well, let's not give away any spoilers for people who haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, but let's just say that the car scene with Penguin, for me at least, it was kind of crazy. But yeah, I think that the Batman is the perfect film for any newcomer. If they like dark tones, that is. If you like a dark tone, then the Batman is perfect.
Even if you're just breaking into the whole DC comic thing, because it does not give you the heavy heart and painful backstory on it. It just brings you up to where he is in the movie, and it gives you the 20 years later authentically.
Yeah, it's like, well, actually, it's 2 years later.
I'm saying in his adulthood, like it goes straight into his adulthood. It doesn't start in all the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Typically start. Close that off. Get your recording now. All the typical Batman movies start with his past and then bring you up to present time.
Mm-hmm.
Where this one starts 2 years after the Batman has come to the city and everybody already knows who and what he's about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always good because you only see his beginning and not how he thrives.
Yeah. And yeah, the Batman is just a really good film that is unexpectedly good.
Yeah. Because initially when I heard they were doing another Batman film, I was like, great, another film. Where honestly, it's another film of Batman, but Batman from a different perspective. His post-life, not his beginnings. Not even his romantic life. It is actually his life as Batman.
Mm-hmm. We get less time with him as Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
And more time with him as Batman, which is great because that means more action.
Absolutely.
The whole point of the film is just him being Batman.
Yeah.
Like, you're not here for Bruce Wayne, you're not here for any melodrama or anything like that. You're just here to see Batman actually be a detective, because he was a detective in the comics. But we never really see that in the films. I don't even think that pops up in some of the animated films. So it's really nice to see him actually be a detective like he was in the comics.
Yeah, absolutely. He was actually helping the police.
Uh-huh. Even though he was still a vigilante and many of the police officers still doesn't like him in this film, he was still a big help to the police.
Absolutely, yeah. I liked towards the end the ideology that he is a beacon of light for the city. I don't want to give the ending away, of course, but
let's just say that he becomes the symbol of peace.
Yeah, he becomes a symbol of peace.
Not a symbol for fear like he was trying to be, because even in the beginning of the film, he was trying to be fear. He was trying to scare everyone.
Yeah.
But as the film goes on,
it also shows that you have to have to become a beacon, or even an icon or anything. There's a level of respect, time, and trust that has to be built with your audience.
Yeah.
Very good movie, very worth it.
Yeah, especially if you're new or already a fan.
Yeah.